Hello, my name is Julia. This is my YouTube channel, and today is the day that I tell you why all Gleeks hate Glee. Well, it's a bit complicated, but that's what I'm going for. And also, included in this is a special as to why, based on my theory, why the actors hate it so much, because they do, even if they say they don't. Kevin McHale. First and foremost, how much energy do you put into every show you watch in a year? Say that you've put so much energy into a show, into its characters, into the storyline. Why do you do that? Because you care about those characters. You care about the storyline. You've been enraptured in the show. Now, there are a few shows that you watch and it's kind of just like, yeah, I'm watching this because I'm bored and because, I don't know, I'm just not really feeling like doing anything else. And it's like, it's good enough. There was a cliffhanger. I want to figure out what's happening next. But you're not invested in the characters or the storyline or anything. Let me tell you about Glee. When you watch Glee, if you really like music, you're gonna stay for the music, right? If you really like drama, you're gonna stay for the drama. If you really like dumb, stereotypical, funny stuff, you're gonna stay for the dumb, stereotypical, funny stuff. And if you kind of like a little bit of everything, you're probably gonna be enraptured by the end of the first episode. Now, this is incredibly important because a show has to pull you in and it has to keep its hold on you for at least one season. If it keeps your hold for 3 seasons, okay. If it keeps your hold for 4 seasons, oh wow, you really watched through the 4th season of Glee and you didn't quit. You know what? Good job. You probably didn't do that if Glee was still airing on TV though. But if you watched it on Netflix like I did, yeah, you probably just, you just went straight through. And if you make it to the 6th season of Glee, you've really accomplished a feat there. And you've probably gotten to the point where you want to cry because why wasn't Quinn at the wedding? Or what the heck was up with that 2009 episode? What? Huh? Or once you get to the Hurt Locker Part 1 and Part 2, and you just want to hurl because this has gone too far and you should have seen the signs by the time that they were performing What Does the Fox Say? Anyway, you've put so much time, you've put so much energy into the show, into these characters, and the first 3 seasons were great. They were dumb, they were dramatic, but they were great. And then all of a sudden, the show that you have coddled and loved disappoints you. It's like a child, right? And every child is afraid of being a disappointment and tries to do better. Glee didn't do that. Glee said, oh, I'm a disappointment? Guess what? I'm gonna be even more of a disappointment now. And it succeeded. It succeeded much too well. Much, 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 much too well. As you can see, I'm angry. That I watched Glee, The more time you spent after you watched it, the more disturbed you get about a few things. These are almost 30-year-olds playing high schoolers, the sexualization of high schoolers. I'm a high schooler. It's that would never happen. What is this? Oh, but that, this is, oh wow, those stereotypes really do keep coming, don't they? So once you've got all of that, you're kind of in this state of You did so much to me. You mean so much. These characters are my livelihood. But then you're also kind of like, what the heck was going on? Were the writers okay? No, probably not. It's really this that makes Gleeks not like Glee. I mean, they like it. They've watched it. Most likely they've watched all of it, and they've been thoroughly invested. But it ended up disappointing so much. There's like these things that don't make sense. I mean, Quinn and Sam, their characters had like 75 different personalities. So you kind of end up with this constantly, which can be very difficult to deal with. As for why the actors hate Glee is, well, they performed. They danced, they sang, they acted. I mean, if you watch it and you're like, oh dang, I can't believe they did this. I mean, this is horrid. I mean, they had puppets singing. And it wasn't even like that one episode of Good Luck Charlie. It was legit puppets singing. It was a storyline. It was creepy. Imagine having to watch that. If you haven't, I'm assuming you've watched it, but if you haven't, imagine having to watch that. Imagine like your child coming up to you with this weird hand puppet and being like, hi, you're my best friend. Aw, thank you. And this is my boyfriend who lives in New York and I'm having attachment issues from. Aw, but I love you so much. Mwah! But with actual puppets. And yeah, once you get to that point and you keep watching because you just have this hope that maybe it'll get better. Yeah, imagine having to be paid to do that. Imagine having to put so much of your time and your effort into this absolutely insane show. I watch compilations and stuff and interviews, and apparently Kevin McHale was one of the last to crack, meaning they just all lost it. They lost it. They don't like it. If I had to do that, I would probably like quit after the first season, considering the first season is only my third favorite season, but still, actually, there might be like one reason that I might not quit, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. Anyway, so yeah, it pulls you in, it suffocates you, you love it, and it disappoints you. And that is my theory, in brief summary, of why Gleeks don't like Glee. Because it had the things people love: music, drama, dumb fist fights, funny jokes, stereotypes. But then again, it had sexualizing teenagers, stereotypes, 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 stereotype, and also sexualizing teenagers. What school would even think to allow a performance of Rocky Horror? Have you watched that movie? And some stuff that's very questionable. Hey! Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want me to talk more about Glee, because I have an unfortunate amount to talk about, please like, and also subscribe, maybe, and comment your thoughts and feelings, and if my theory is completely off, because I am not very good with words. I think that's what I wanted to say. Alright, bye! I'm a Gleek. I hate that word. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But I do like Glee. I've watched it. Or at least when I watched it, I did really like it. Hey!